Okay, I'm starting to get ready, but I'm going to stop the recorder, pause it, available to you. Yeah, so let me go ahead and share our screen. I know that you have Chinese tutoring at 4 o'clock. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll be sure to finish before then. Um, oh, I don't know what's happening here. I'm not going to do that. Okay, so I'm going to post for you a couple things. You can also what you do want to do so that you can save your work is you can go ahead and open up your Google Classroom, week 1, session 1, and you'll just open up the assignment. And there are 2 documents that you'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's take a look at those. Let me move this. Okay, there we go. Let me get to the right area. Okay, so there's some directions that you're going to see there for a little bit later when you actually do the miniature project. It's going to be very light. This week is not really a good indication necessarily of how much work, because sometimes you'll want to spend more work than what we're going to do on the actual assignment. But these are the directions here. Here's a rubric that you can look at just to give you an idea of what I'm going to be looking at when I give you feedback. And then go ahead and open up your document, and then I will open document on my end. And I will actually, okay, I have to work in 2 worlds here because I'm actually created, I'm also a student in the same class, just so that I could see how things look from your side.
Okay.
Yep, so here we go. Here's mine, classwork. And because I'm gonna explain a little different, a difference here. I'm gonna be working along with you. And I find that this is the thing that really helps students a lot, is when the teacher is a participant likewise, and also the teacher. So I'll be doing the same writing that you're doing, although I may not do the entire writing project, but during the time that we're writing, I'll be doing that. Okay. There we are.
It's crazy.
Okay, I'm going to unsubmit mine. All right, and next week, and actually we'll, all right, we got everything set. So I'm going to actually show you the lesson objectives. And let's see, that's right here. Okay. All right, welcome to week 1. And good job getting on. So our objective here is to introduce students to expressive and reflective writing and provide them with opportunities to practice and explore these writing styles. Tutoring will be focused on tasks and actively writing with feedback and support, and less like structured lessons. Later lessons will introduce thinking maps, graphic organizers, mentor texts, and modeling so students can develop and strengthen their writing skills. So I don't want this to be just another session like you have in class that you probably are used to, because we want things to be different for you, right?
Yep.
And this way you're going to develop, and you just need the structure. You have the motivation, at least, like you said, 6 or 7 on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm going to do a breathing exercise. I'm going to show you. You don't have to do the breathing exercise this week. I invite you to consider doing it each time at the beginning and the ending of a lesson. I did this for the last 5 years for all my classes. And it's a great way to actually just put out of our mind everything else, any thoughts, any preoccupations, anything that might have happened prior. So I am going to demonstrate this for you. And maybe next week, what I'll do is actually show you a short video. It's only like 2 minutes long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to breathe in and out 4 times. That's 4 different rounds. And I'm going to I'm going to put the tip of my tongue to the roof of my mouth, right above my front teeth. And I'm going to breathe in through my nose, hold for 7, breathe out to the count of 8. So it's a 4 in, 7 hold, 8 out. 4, 7, 8, 4, 7, 8, 4, 7, 8. So I'll just demonstrate and then we'll move right into the lesson objectives and we'll get started. And then that way you can go to your tutoring and not be late to that. Are you actually going to online tutoring or are you driving?
Online.
Online, okay. All right.
So
All right,
just,
I'm going to demonstrate this.
just like
What's
one
that?
after the other. So I just have like I have you, and then I have my Chinese tutoring, like that, and then I transfer seamlessly. Like I don't have to either be late to one or leave the other one early because it's right at 4. And that's when
Okay,
end, right?
perfect.
Yeah.
Sounds like you planned it that way, just so that it's a get it with and no time wasted in between.
Well, that was the only other time that was available actually because of all my volleyball practices.
Got it. Okay. Sounds good. All right, so here we go. Two more times. And last time. All right, that's our opening routine. Social emotional check-in basically asks you how you're feeling. So if you have access to an emoticon, what I will usually do is I go press the Windows key and a dot, but I don't have a lot of emoticons here, but you can kind of see there are several. So
I don't
basically, what's that?
oh yeah, sorry, never mind. I see it now.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, when I do this in classes, I just put this in the chat. I will select, let's see, that guy right there. And let's see, I'll see if I can put that in the chat. Where is it? Here we go. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, here we go. So the way that I'm feeling a little bit energetic and I'm feeling happy. So I'm just gonna, it's a nice balance. So I'm just gonna put that in there. Right? So if you can select an emoticon and just put how you're feeling.
All right. Give me a second. I need to figure out how to do it. What is that? Emojis on Mac. Press Control.
You know, there's an emoji menu at the bottom of the chat window.
Wait, I think Control Command Space. Oh wait. Oh, there we go. I have the emojis now.
Okay, cool.
So there we go. I don't think there's a really low energy emoji, is there?
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. There you go. I don't mean this as like your class is boring. Like I'm just tired. I have been tired for the past couple of days. I've had so many volleyball practices.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of exhausting. All right, thank you for that. I just think it's important to be aware of where we're at. Okay, so you're going to be writing on a computer Just to let you know, and I updated this today, if you do find that you would rather write on paper because that's just the way that you do it.
No,
Um,
I'm very much prefer typing on computer.
okay, then that's good. All right, super. Okay, I'm going to be referring to the assignment sheet. All right, so I'm going to introduce to you now, there are 6 different discourses, and these are going to help you throughout your high school. But we're going to start kind of fun and easy. And because what I want us to do is I kind of want us to talk, not necessarily this week, but starting next week with the writing process and what that looks like visually. I know you said that you like things visually. I think most people are visual learners. So I'm going to show you an example of the writing process, but we're not going to really talk much about it. We're just going to enjoy the writing. So you should have resources. Let me know if you don't see resources in the left-hand side of your Google Classroom, but it should say resources writing process. And I'll just go ahead and
You say
bring that up.
your audio just cut out for a second.
Okay. So I was just explaining that that we're not going to really get into depth with this writing process today, but we're going to be coming back to it over time so that we can kind of see the whole writing process. And so we see here, and there's going to be even a better graphic that I can show you next time when we start to really get into thinking maps. That's probably going to be a little more helpful. But what I like about this particular representation is it shows us it it's recursive. There's no, you can outline, you can write things, but writing sometimes it's going to do what it wants to do. And when we understand that and we can flow with it, then we won't be as frustrated with ourselves and with our writing. And we just have to be smart about how we approach writing so that we're kind of gentle when we need to be with it. We're firm with it when we need to be. We're strong when we need to be. And so that's how I've been pretty successful with writing. And a lot of times we just have to, anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. So basically, it starts with goal setting. Actually, I think it starts with planning. So I think that's the beginning: goal setting, drafting, evaluating, revising, and editing. And throughout the tutoring 6 weeks, we're going to be coming back to this process, but you'll see as we draft, as we speak about what our ideas are and the stories that we're sharing, that's also a form of drafting. It's called pre-writing. So when we talk to others about it, we're actually doing a form of writing. And that's one of the secrets to good writing, is to do this kind of conversation with ourselves. And that's how we become good writers. And I can teach you a little bit later, maybe if you continue with the tutoring into the fall, I might be doing some test taking strategies there, because when we understand this process, it makes writing, like on the ACT and the SAT, actually kind of fun. Because we're prepared, our thinking is there, right? All right, so anyway, enough about that. I don't want to go off on a tangent. Let's go back and let's dive right into the assignment. All right, let me plot the right one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Excuse me for a second. I'm gonna get a tissue. I just felt the sneeze over there. Sorry for wasting the time. I'm back. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I'm back now.
Okay, cool. All right, so this is the assignment sheet that you're going to see. This is the one you're going to come back to tonight or tomorrow. And so there's gonna be a couple things here. So expressive writing. So do you want to go ahead and read the first paragraph with the heading there? And I'll read the second.
All right, sure. Expressive writing. First and foremost, expressive writing is personal writing. The writer shares thoughts, ideas, feelings, and questions about his or her experiences. Usually written in first-person point of views, it exhibits the author's voice. The author tells the reader how he or she feels.
Okay, great. Good job there. Reflective writing, though also personal, reflective writing also moves beyond the recounting of an experience and into an exploration of how that particular experience has shaped the writer. The goal of reflective writing is not to share final thoughts on a topic. On the contrary, it is a vehicle for exploring and discovering new thoughts. In reflective writing, the author often looks at the past as a means for looking at the future. So you basically say what it means to you in that particular moment, what you're thinking about it. I think, or I wonder, or I notice this. I wonder about that. Moving students into expressive and reflective writing. I won't read all this verbatim, but we're going to hit upon a 6-word memoir. We're going to start very gradually. And Lucas, throughout the 6 weeks, we're going to be climbing up the mountain a bit. But you're not always going to feel like we're climbing the mountain. But when you look back at the first week, especially if looking back 5 weeks from now, as you look back, you're going to kind of see how your writing has changed and things. I hope to make things more visual for you. And one of the keys to not only reading comprehension, probably why you're a good reader, is we make word pictures in our mind. We visualize things. And I think that's very important. And so you're in for a treat, because I think, especially next week when I start to introduce the thinking maps, you're going to feel more comfortable for you. But I'm kind of throwing you in here, and we're going to look at your writing that you do today. We'll look at it next week, and we'll look at it the week after, and we'll, through some reworking and rewriting, you're going to kind of see the difference. And then in that process, you're going to be learning a process that you'll never forget. And that is the writing process. So that's the good news here. This here looks like it's out of place a little bit. Oh, actually, no, it's not. These are actually 6-word memoirs. Now, a memoir is a story of a person's life. And each of these are separate. So this is not one paragraph. This is actually separate things. So let me just move this around so that it's makes a little more sense. All right. All things considered, I'm doing well. All right. So that's basically telling a story. We know it's not very specific, but it is a 6-word memoir. The past is forgiven, not forgotten. You want to go ahead and read the next two?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, this is one. Sorry.
Right. So the water is deep, man up.
Yeah. And then one above it, escaped my mother, trapped by girlfriend. A little bit of irony there.
Oh, yeah.
You're never the same person again. All right. And these are a few that Mr. Gallagher has written. And Mr. Gallagher is the teacher that gave me some training, and he's written a book, and I've consulted that book for much of the content here. So I just want to acknowledge him, Kelly Gallagher, for that. And so he writes, up at 4, writing is hard. Started a family, surrounded by girls. And go ahead and read the next 3.
Okay. Give me
Actually, these 2.
Teach, grade, travel, speak, write, tired.
All right. And that one right there.
Didn't quite work out. I'm glad.
Read a book, smarter than yesterday. All right. So here are a couple student examples from Daniela. My plan is to attend college. And from John, failure often leads to great success. Jackie writes, my dream is what I'll be. All right. You get the idea there. All right, so what we're going to do here is I want you to go ahead and select, like, move your cursor to the bottom here underneath where it says Dustin. Now, what you may want to do is you can either italicize, Control I, and or you can highlight in yellow. So I'm going to have to highlight afterwards. And we're going to go ahead and type our own examples. And so let's try to do a couple of these 6-word memoirs.
All right. Oh, I have to get it what is it? I have to get it pulled up.
What's that?
I have to pull it up first.
Sorry, Lucas, I didn't catch that.
I have to pull it up first. It's not pulled up for me right now. Give me a second.
Oh, it's not pulled up for you. Okay.
I've been looking at your screen this whole time.
Right. Okay.
So
You know how to split? Yeah, go ahead.
This is the wrong tab. That is what is it? Chrome. I need Safari. Yeah, there we go. Master writing plan. Wait, it's in. What is it again? I'm sorry. I'm so
Yeah. So are you in Google Classroom?
I'm in Google Classroom right now.
Okay, so you're going to go to week 1, session 1, and you're going to press view assignment at the bottom of that box. And that should open up your assignment. There, my control panel. I need to move this a little bit. Oh yeah, I'm in my I'm in my teacher view right now. So let me toggle back. Here we go. I'm going to go back. And then, yeah, it basically it says view instructions.
Yeah, I think I don't actually find it. Maybe I'm just not looking very well, but
Okay.
wait,
Do you actually have
below or above thinking maps?
on your side? Let me look. Yeah, let me. Okay.
On your screen.
Let me shrink this down a little bit. And okay. So
Oh, I have to go there. I am looking in the completely wrong place.
okay.
Express and reflect.
Yes.
All right. Express and reflect. If I click that, then I go to my work, and this is the first or second one. The second one, right? Yeah, it's the second
It
one.
will be, let me see.
Oh,
Yeah, mine is a little.
I can't actually access them. Is it there? Wait, am I supposed to open them on a Google Doc? Because I'm not able. I'm not able to actually edit at them.
Oh yeah, so I think you have a screen that at the top in the middle of your screen it should say
Google Doc.
something to the effect open with Google Docs.
I got it. There we go.
You can also, yeah, you can also, when you do that, depending upon how you turn it in, your preference, you can download that as a Word doc to your desktop, or you can leave it in Google, in your Google Drive.
Okay.
Is it working for you now?
That's working, but wait, where do I okay, so reflective writing.
Yeah, so you're just gonna scroll down. Actually, oops, it got weird on me because I have a touch screen and it's overly sensitive to my fingers. Okay, so yeah, toggle down to the second page below and right above where it says Encyclopedia of an Ordinary Life,
Yeah.
because that'll be the next kind of writing that we're going to do. So you're back up here.
Okay, so right after Dustin.
Exactly.
Thinking of 6 word is 6 word.
All right. So when you're ready, what you want to do, it'll help me out as you're doing this to highlight your text like in a different color. And a good suggestion is to use your italics and highlight it yellow. And you'll kind of see that I'm doing that here. All right, so I'm going to do a 6-word memoir.
I did it. That's 6. Mr. Shaw?
Yes.
I wrote it.
What's that?
I wrote it.
So, okay, great. So what you could do is you could either read it or you could drop it in chat.
I need a lot more sleep.
I need a lot more sleep. That tells a story. All right, one more.
Yep. Volleyball really makes my legs hurt.
Wow, I can imagine. A lot of fast-paced movement.
Well, there's a lot more jumping than I remember last year because there's a higher net this year. So
Did they do that on purpose?
what?
Did they do that on purpose? Make the net higher on purpose?
I made it like from like 6 feet to 8 feet in height. So you have to really jump for it now. Yeah, you have to really jump. Before you could just like put your hands up. You didn't even have to jump. Now you have to really jump. My legs were not ready for that. But yeah, now they're
Yeah. Sounds like something sounds like you have a lot to write about. Okay. All right, we're going to jump now to Encyclopedia of an Ordinary Life. Now, this was great because I do a lot of writing, and so I had a lot of fun with this as I was preparing for these lessons. And so I posted a lot of these on Facebook. I have some pretty good ones. Hopefully I can find them. All right, so let me just read this. So my faculty book club recently read Amy Krauss Rosenthal's Encyclopedia of an Ordinary Life. In this book, Rosenthal chronicles her life in the form of an alphabetized existence. Here, for example, are 3 random entries. Amy Rosenthal. My father-in-law informed me that my married name could produce 2 anagrams. Hearty salmon, nasty armhole. I cannot tell you how much I love that. Anxious, things that make me. Vending machines. I have to double, triple check. Okay, it's A5 for the bugles, right? Is that right? A5? I don't want to read the codes wrong and end up with the flaming hot Cheetos. But then, what a relief when the bugles come tumbling down. Yes, I knew it was A5. All right, and then you can go ahead and read birthmark.
I have a birthmark on my left arm. As a child, I thought it looked like a bear or Africa, depending on the angle. I would often draw an eye and a mouth on it. Sometimes I would allow a friend to do so. To look at my birthmark was to remind myself that I am me.
Very good. Using Rosenthal's book as a model. Now, here is an example from Mr. Gallagher, and I won't read all of these necessarily, but I think you get the idea. The first one is about, okay, that we won't read it. Head, my head. I have a big head, not metaphorically, literally. Size 8. One size fits all. Baseball caps do not fit me. You know your head is big when you go into a hat shop and they do not have a single hat that fits you. This has happened to me. I was once told that leading actors have large heads, so maybe it's not a terrible feature. I Googled actors with large heads, and the following celebrities allegedly have huge noggins: Mel Gibson, Kirk Douglas, Kevin Costner, Warren Beatty, Clive Owen, Philip Seymour Hoffman. So I am in good company, with the exception perhaps of Mel Gibson. Okay, so these are a couple of examples. I'll have you read one of these. I'll read the first, you can read the second. Addiction. Some people become addicted to alcohol or drugs. My favorite game, Modern Warfare 2, is my addiction. Once I start playing it, I cannot stop. There's a surprising twist at the end, and then the whole cycle starts again. I need to stop the madness.
Wait, yeah. And now you want me to read Arm Dead?
Yeah, arm dead.
Taking turns with my brother Anthony. He takes a punch, I take a punch. Having a chance to back out after his punch, I refuse. We are equal in strength and size. My arms will be sore in the morning. Stephanie. Yeah, Stephanie.
That's right. Okay, let's pop over here for a second. And I just want to be sure I'm not leaving anything out. Okay. Yeah, we did the 6-word memoir. Wasn't quite 15 minutes. I know we started a little bit late, so we're going to jump ahead. And so what we're going to do is we're going to have us both write our own examples of Encyclopedia of an Ordinary Life. So I would challenge you to do is begin with the letter A and just try one of these and just let your mind go. Whatever comes to your mind that starts with an A, just kind of jot it down and then just go from there. So we'll take a couple minutes, a few minutes, longer if we need. And we'll share these.
But
And actually, yeah, go ahead.
never mind.
Oh, I know where to go. I'm going to try to find the ones that I posted.
Sorry, my brothers just got home. There are going to be a little bit of background noise, but I don't think it'll be too big of a bother.
What's that?
My brothers just got home, so there's going to be
Oh,
a little bit of background noise,
yeah,
but it won't be too big of
no worries.
a bother.
Yeah, thanks for letting me know. Let's see. Oh, I know where to find these things. I put them in my keep file. Ah, excellent.
That's Tommy.
All right, let me know when you're done. And by the way, there's no rush on this. Oh, that one's kind of long.
I have to wake up.
Oh, I need to do this in my doc. Here we go.
Should I start writing mine?
Oh, you're done?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine.
Man, it's hard. It's hard to think when my brothers are in the house now. So I haven't made
Oh,
much progress at all. I'm gonna. Hey, Tommy. Tommy, can you close the door to your room? I can't. Oh my goodness. All right, I can start to finally get some like a little bit of progress in now.
oh, that's good.
Uh, I've been writing in the wrong area. Where I'm just gonna copy and paste it to the right area. Where am I supposed to put this again?
Yeah, so it almost doesn't matter yet. It's it would be right above the assignment sheet. So on like the third or fourth page, my pages have kind of like expanded already, so it's hard to tell you if it's page 2 or page 3. But you see where I have go ahead.
Assignment sheet.
Yeah, it's above that because we're doing practice right now. And when you do your assignment, it's actually going to type it below where you see your name and date right here.
I do it. Oh yeah.
Oh, in fact, yeah. I could have done this, but I'll do it now just so that's visual. Let me see here.
Oh, it's spelled like that.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I totally misspelled that one.
Oh, don't worry about spelling. Yeah, we're not really concerned with grammar and spelling right now. Just just the writing itself. Unless like some writers have to be perfect in their grammar. Otherwise, it's hard to write. So I get that.
All right. Okay, so I'm supposed to have every single sentence on a different line, right?
No,
Oh,
it can just be a free flowing paragraph.
all
But if
right.
that's the way you've written it, that's okay too.
Yeah. All right, there we go. I think I have one.
Awesome. You
Sorry,
care to share it? You want to
Oh.
go ahead and share that in the chat?
Sure. Yep. I think this is yeah, this should be good.
All right. You want to go ahead and read that?
All right, yeah. I'm gonna read it from my doc because it's a bigger
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Sounds good.
blue herons. One day I was on a field trip to Chrissy Field. I saw maybe 5 different blue herons. One of them ate a gopher after digging it out of the ground with its beak. The blue herons were tall. They were the biggest birds I had ever seen. Once I saw blue herons sitting on a sunfish on the surface of the water. The blue herons have tiny legs, almost like a blue flamingo, but much less graceful. Or much more.
Okay, great.
It's much more graceful. They're like, yeah.
Yeah, much more. You know what you just did right there I want you to change that to much more graceful.
Yeah, I changed it on my doc.
Yeah, yeah, you don't have to repost it, by the way.
You don't?
And what's that?
I don't have to.
Yeah, I don't need to see it again in the chat, but actually you did, yeah. So let me ask you a question. Why was this why was this important to you? Why did you remember it?
Because I was really freaked out when I saw a blue heron eat a gopher whole. Because that was the first instance that I can remember when I was
Huh,
small of like an animal eating another animal.
right. So I want you to put that at the end of your paragraph, maybe in a second paragraph or even the same paragraph. Just exactly what you told me. Don't worry about being a writer right now. You're just communicating.
I'm just like giving my thoughts, putting my thoughts on paper. I'm not.
That's it. That's all it is. At this point, later we can, get fancy, but
All right, there we go. I put it in this.
awesome.
Wait. Oh, wait. Like after all of the writing, or like
Oh, you
actually,
can put the whole thing together if you want. You can cut and paste the whole thing.
uh, in the. Do you want me to write it in the chat again?
Yeah, that would be great.
All right.
Let's take a look. Blue herons. One day I was on a field trip to Crissy Field. I saw maybe 5 different blue herons. One of them ate a gopher. Okay, at a gopher. Right, you meant to say ate. But again, I said we didn't have to worry about spelling. Ate a gopher after digging it out of the ground
Oh
with
my.
its beak. That was memorable to me. It was the first instance in which an animal ate another animal. The blue herons were tall. Oh, I like what you did. You sandwiched that thought right in the middle.
Well,
They were the
did you say
biggest
after
birds that,
the second paragraph?
what, I'm sorry, say that again.
You said put it right after the second paragraph.
Oh, okay. I think I probably miscommunicated. I probably meant at the end of the paragraph. But that's okay. Um, it was memorable. Okay, that was memorable to me. It was the first instance in which an animal ate another animal. The blue herons were tall. They were the biggest birds I'd ever seen. Once I saw a blue heron sitting on a sunfish on the surface of the water. Wow. Blue herons have tiny legs, almost like a blue flamingo, much more graceful. So the heron's legs are much more graceful?
Uh, they're just more graceful in general.
Okay, great. Now, what happened right now is something that is so key to really becoming the writer that we're becoming a writer that enjoys writing. And sometimes that might seem like it's a distant journey, right? It's like, how will I ever get to the top of Mount Everest? Will I ever like math? Like for me, I don't really like math. So it's like somebody tells me I'm going to enjoy math. I'm like, I don't really believe you, but whatever, right? But I have these conversations with myself. I ask myself the question, and you and I played kind of a game where I was asking you a question, and so it basically, this is a writer's workshop right now. And it is an amazing thing when you do this often enough that you become your own audience, if you will. And when that happens, your writing will just snowball. It's like you'll write something and you'll go back to it and you'll say, no, 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 I'm trying to say this. And you'll read it and you go, no, 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 I'm trying to say this. And then you'll start to add things. And I'll teach you some tricks that are some easy tricks, by the way. You may want to write this down, maybe somewhere in your doc, because now we're going to kind of conclude everything right now, because I don't want you to be late for your Chinese tutoring. So we're going to close out by just saying, be sure to read through this homework assignment. You're basically, you're going to expand on expressive writing assignment from class. Choose a topic you're passionate about and share your thoughts, feelings, and questions using the first person point of view. Make your piece well developed with a clear beginning, middle, and an end. Provide more details and insight. Here's what I would say. Let's add in here, explain what the experience meant, or what you think about it. Like, what's the significance? Being kind of like reflective, looking back at it and kind of reinterpreting in a way, maybe summarizing the importance of it. Because that's a key ingredient to keeping a story interesting, is not just what happens, but kind of what it means. But I love your details, Lucas. You're just the expressive part of your writing has really captured my imagination, and you're very descriptive. And so I think you did a good job there. And you did a lot of fancy things you may not realize. You compared and contrasted even. So, all right. What else can I tell you? Now, I'm just slowly moving us up the mountain, right? Because we can do this kind of expressive, fun type of writing, and then we can put a structure to it. And that is going back to the writing process. Writing process is so, when we see the beauty of the writing process, we can use it to, it's kind of like, I don't know if you're familiar with martial arts, like I can be water, I can move you around you. I can be earth, I can move under you. I can be a mountain, right? I can crush you. All these different things. Well, the writing process kind of similar to that. Once we get it locked down, and then we can tap into that and save our energy and get really excited about what we're doing. And all right. So in the last minute and a half that we have here, I'm going to invite you to, yeah, these directions are very important here, because as you do this, save your draft. Like each draft is going to be separate. So if you write one story and you revise it 3 times, I want to see 3 separate drafts, because that way, and you can save as, and then you open up the new document, of course, make your changes there. And next week, I know there's something I'm forgetting, but basically, also look for any feedback when you turn in your assignment. The assignment's going to be due, and it's already built into Google Classroom. I think it's Wednesday at 1 p.m. That will give me enough time before the session to actually read through your writing and make any comments. And then I can send it to you. So be sure to check your email, because that's where you'll get this, because I'm still learning how to make comments on using Google Classroom. There's just some learning curve on there for me on that. But I might actually print your stuff out also and scan it in and email it to you that way. So one of those 2 different methods will be how I give you feedback, and so forth. So yeah, so just be prepared next week with the assignment. I'm sure it'll be captured here in Google Classroom, and we're going to come back to some of that. So you could, this is what I wanted to say, for this writing assignment, you can use one of your, you can expand upon the Chrissy Fields entry, or you can do a brand new one. You can use Encyclopedia of a Life, or you can just come up with something fresh. All right, with that, I will let you go. We're going to skip the breathing exercise. Lucas, are there any last minute questions?
No.
All right, feel free to email or text if you do have any questions anytime at all.
Okay, I will.
All right.
All right then. See
Well,
you.
good job. Good job. Hope you enjoyed it.